Alright everybody, hello and welcome as always. I am Sean, this is In The Mix. Happy Friday wherever in the world you're watching. If you're watching this one in the past or in a playlist or something like that, I hope you had a good Friday on February 28th or whatever it actually is today. Kind of a weird one. We don't have a tremendous amount to recap because the last two games we played were in yesterday's episode. There haven't been any off-screen matches. Of course, the focus for this week is getting 2 wins in an episode. We haven't done it yet. League 2 football is a bit of a struggle in the last episode, of course. Actually, we'll jump in. Quick review. As you can see, we lost 2-1 to Filed, going down to 9 men during that second half, and then a boring 0-0 draw. It was a very easy episode to edit because there wasn't much of a highlight, to be completely honest. We're now going to play Carlisle at home, who are currently second in the division, and then we've got a big game against Fleetwood in the old Carabao Cup, now the Leasing.com trophy, in the second round of that one after making it out of our group. So it is a bit of a Highbury Stadium derby. We are currently renting that for them while our stadium is getting renovated or upgraded good enough for league football. We will leave at the end of the season, so it would be good if we can take Highbury Stadium bragging rights during that time. And we're just going to go after it. I'm just going to enjoy it as much as possible. So we're going attacking in both games. We're not going to do anything crazy. We're not going to do anything too silly. We do get some of the guys back that have been suspended previously. There are a few guys that are still out with injuries and whatever else, but nothing too bad, nothing too dramatic. So magic of editing, we're going to jump forward to those games and have a look at the 2 lineups now. We're really not messing about today. I think yesterday's intro was about 4 minutes long and this one's about 4 seconds. So pretty much the same lineup that we have available whenever we can. Gennaro in goal, Carson and Rooney as the central defensive partnership, Oyegoke and Sereno as the fullbacks, Jasper on the left wing, Longello's continuing to play on the right and taking the captain's armband with David Wang out suspended. Cornet and Gilsonet as the central midfield partnership, Gaxa and Samuels up top. We've got a relatively strong bench with 2 keepers on it because we're just trying to close out the squad. They're playing a 4-3-3 with, I think, High here is funnily enough the highest midfielder. What is that? Huddersfield Jr.? It looks like there. He looks okay. 15 passing, 14 first touch stand out, but everything else is pretty much standard for the division. They've also got Daniel Batty, who might be related to David Batty, potentially. Ex-Hull Jr. also played at Southend before joining Carlisle, playing quite well, of course, this season. McCurdy's their current leading scorer on the left wing. He looks to be a decent player that's actually come through the Carlisle Academy, wearing the kit there in the face pack. And their leading assist maker, Lewis Bell, looks to be a player that's not in the face pack at all, which is kind of rare to see a few years into the season, but again, came through the Carlisle youth squad. So they have developed their own talent to be in the position they're currently in, and we are going to passionately say media have given a lot of credit lately. It seems to just be working at the moment. Why am I saying that? We lost both of our last games, or we lost one, drew one. It didn't work in either of the last episodes, so maybe I should hang that one back up and just go back to telling everyone their shit. So very few highlights in the first 25 minutes here, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. We are an attacking, but at least we're not giving up chances. Here we go. First highlight, it's a throw-in from Oyegoke. Deep ball across towards Samuels. He gets the header across, but it never looked like it was challenging the keeper. He always looked comfortable and in position. You can kind of see we are starting to slide our way down the division itself. We're now down into 10th, but it is still super tight. If we get 2 points here, we could jump back up into the promotion spots. If we get 3 points in the next game, we'll actually ignore that because the next game's a cup game. But if we go on a good little run of form, we can move up the division table very quickly. Assertively, I'm going to say we've been the better team here, and a few have responded positively. We'll give it 15 more minutes before we have a look at subs or anything like that. Long ball forward. McCurdy with the ball now. Longello does well to recover and wins it back in midfield. Can he find the ball in behind? Samuels was running off the shoulder quite well, but we just don't find him quick enough in 1v1 situations. Cornet with a header in midfield. McCurdy's recovered and he's gotten away from Longello, who should be marking him. Comes forward. Cornet with a great tackle to win that back in midfield, but it's only as far as the Carlisle defence. Ball in behind for McCurdy, who's been busy in this little highlight. Oyegoke wins it back. Gaxa. Back to Cornet in midfield. Got a 3v1 on the right-hand side if we can continue to work it out there. We've found Oyegoke on his own now. Ball back stick towards Samuels. Good header. Clips the base of the post. Then Longello pokes it home for his 3rd goal of the season. Austin Samuels gets the assist, but in reality, I think he was trying to score himself. We'll check it out in 3 dimensions here. It's a good overlapping run from Oyegoke. Keeps it wide. Makes the defence split inside. Good ball towards Samuels, who does quite well with the header. Hits the base of the post. And then Longello, on his wrong foot, with not a lot of an angle to aim at, puts that one back across the goalkeeper for only his 3rd of the season, but still very impressive given that he hasn't started that many games. All right, we're through an hour here. Jake Rooney's got a yellow card. I'm going to trust him, even though we did go down to 9 men in the last episode. Sereno's not playing particularly well. Cornet's not playing particularly well. We might bring on Roland for Cornet. And potentially, let's not risk it, actually. I trust Jake Rooney. He's a good player, but let's bring on Bellahoon just so we don't risk going down to 10 men. And because extra fresh legs at the back Might actually help us get through this one. They've got a highlight pretty quickly though. Williams with the ball now at the base of midfield. Gilson's won it back in a good area. Release Samuels, please. He's tried to send him in behind. He's done well to turn the man. He's got not much of an angle to work with. He can only get a strike at goal, and Gray equal to it. Puts it out for the corner. Much better performance. Maybe we should have been on attacking a little bit earlier in the season. Longello with the corner now towards back post. Gilson recovers at the top of the box. Can we get the ball back in? Samuels back post, and again the header straight at the goalkeeper. They've gone straight back out again. Carson's done well to recover, and the highlight comes to an end. As things currently stand, other results aren't going our way. We are still outside the playoff positions, but it would be a big result. McCurdy with a strike there. It was a good cross, and McCurdy just managed to get off the shoulder of the defender and in behind. He's going to take the resulting corner as well towards front post. Roland with a good header, and Sereno closes down to end the highlight. So you can see Wimbledon still above us, but it would be a massive result, bringing Carlisle a little bit closer. And Crew at the moment, just everything seems to be going their way in terms of not extra games, but catch-up games, games in hand. Long ball forward towards Samuels here. If he brings it down, he'll be doing very well, but Edwards with the header instead. Carlisle out now on the right-hand side. McKinstry. Jasper's done quite well to win the ball back. Can he go on a bit of a run here? Get to the byline, Jasper. Instead, he looks for Samuels in behind, who gets the strike for his 12th goal of the season. He's an absolute sharpshooter, that boy. He just can't help himself. And a wonderful assist from Silvers to Jasper. Does well to one recovered possession here in midfield, but then also just a lovely little way to pass, timed with the run perfectly. Defender turns, can't get there in time, and Samuels on his favoured left foot, just a pass into the back of the net beyond the keeper, who maybe could have done a little bit better with his angles, or maybe could have at least dived at it. But I'm definitely going to take a 2-0 win against one of the better teams in the division. And the referee calls full time very even, actually, if you look at the stats here. 11 shots, 7 on target, 44% possession. They had 11, 5 and 56. So make no mistake, they are a very good team. I'm going to passionately tell everyone, very happy with the result and the way you played, just to try and boost morale as much as possible. And that is the perfect setup, I think, to the game against Fleetwood in the Cup. What we are going to do, though, is make sure we make use of our rest days. So we're going to clear out everybody, and everyone who's not injured, because those guys aren't training at all, is going to get 1 day's rest, just to try and boost everybody's fitness and form, whatever else. We have got quite a few guys that are playing quite a bit of football because we only have a squad of 20. So when people do go down, injured, suspended, whatever else, it does leave us a little bit understaffed. I'm going to tell Samuels he was superb in front of goal because he did have an excellent game with the goal and the assist. And hopefully he can carry that form into the next match against Fleetwood. Magic of editing. We're going to jump forward and look at the 2 lineups for that one now. Alright, and this episode is flying by. If I look at the recording time, it might be one of the shortest ones we've ever done, depending on how this game goes. But we are playing only one change to the lineup. It is Mampala's going to come in for Gaxo, who has struggled a little bit, and the actual assistant suggested him, so we're going to give him a go at the false 9 role. It's not his favourite position, but he can do it a little bit, and he has been training at it now for over a year, so hopefully we can get a performance out of him. Otherwise, unchanged lineup, everyone's ready to go, everyone's form and fitness is good. They're playing a very similar 5-2-3 to the one that I used in the beta save at Atletico Madrid, which worked great in the league, but we did get sacked at the end of that season by not winning the division. They've got a couple of good players here. Billy Crellin is a very good young player who is at Fleetwood at the start of the game. I think he's about 21, maybe 20 when the game starts, but he very quickly starts to pick up first team appearances for the club. They've got Bowden in midfield, Jamie Bowden, ex-Tottenham junior. We looked at him back in the day when we were trying to pick up players from different academies around the world. Or around the world. By around the world, I mean around London. And they've got Teller, an ex-Southampton right winger who looks to be fairly solid physically, nothing special technically, but it does look like they've kind of been playing quite well throughout the course of the season. So, of course, they are a division above us. They will have some good players, but I think assertively we can tell everyone, pick up where you left off last time, and we might also tell the attack, I have faith in you, get out there and make a difference. And we're going to go on the front foot. We're going to stay attacking. If we're going to go down, we might as well go down swinging, and we've got really nothing to lose in this one. Worst case scenario, we get knocked out. We miss out on the prize money. That's not great. We could use the extra finance, but more opportunity to focus on the league and our playoff or promotion push would be much, much more important. Holgate with a deep free kick here. First highlight we've seen 17 minutes in. It's good pressing from Samuels, and he's gotten the ball back, and he gets the strike away, and Crellin with a good save. If you had to maybe put that one a little bit more angled towards either the front post or the far post, who knows what could have happened, but excellent one-man pressing. Longello with the ball in. We did have Rooney in the area, but it's headed away. Bowden now with the ball. We're 2v2 for some reason from this corner. Excellent tackle from Sereno to win it back. I know the referee calls it back for a foul, but probably not the worst foul in the world. Gives us a chance to drop behind the ball. Intelligent foul from the young left back. Through 30 minutes, we're just going to use demand more. Last 15 minutes to give everyone some focus. They've got an immediate highlight. Carson with a good header away here. Goes to McWilliams. He's got the ball in midfield. He goes back to May. And then a short pass towards Krellin. Maybe if Mampala had been a little bit more switched on, he might have been able to get to that one. He's going to go and close the ball down now. Krellin with the long ball forward. Oyegoke with a good header. Ball forward again. Rooney should recover and has time in front of him. Plays it out to Carson. Ball forward towards Mampala, who can bring the ball down and turn. Excellent spraying pass out left to Jasper, who comes into the box, tries to beat the man, squares it towards back post, it pinballs around. Mampala gets a strike away. It's closed down by the defence. Longello's going to try and beat a few and find Samuels. Oh, God, that was a pretty good play, actually. Longello with the Longello with the cross to Jasper at back post, and he squared it up for Samuels, who could only drive directly at the goalkeeper. But good little play. Definitely not overawed by the occasion, but I guess we are in familiar surroundings. Passionately, let's say, I'm happy with your performance so far. Keep it up. Let's go with that. Everyone seems to have responded positively. And as we always do, because I'm a creature of habit, and it's good to be in habits in this game, we'll give it another 15 minutes before we look at subs or changes or anything like that. A few players struggling for match ratings, a few players that we want to keep an eye on their fitness. We'll do that now. We'll just sort by player rating. Cornet struggled a little bit, and he's actually in kind of a poor run of form at the moment. We'll bring on Roland in midfield. We'll take off Gilson in as well for Haygarth. We'll bring on 2 new central midfielders. Fresh legs in the middle might help us a bit. And we'll use our Get Creative shout. It also said that Austin Samuels was struggling, but he's an excellent finisher, so I don't really want to take him off. He's got the ball here, plays it back to Carson, all the way back to Gennaro. We can work it out to the right-hand side. We've got a 2v1 on that side if we can get the ball out there early. Roland now with a good searching pass towards Longello. Hangs the ball towards back post. Samuels, I think, has gone down in the box there, and he's going to get an opportunity to boost his match rating here from the penalty spot, and it will be a massive goal if he can find the back of the net. Come on, Austin. Oh, he's missed it. I missed so many penalties. I don't know if other people are having the same experience as I am in FM20, but I miss so many penalties. It's ridiculous. Doesn't matter who I'm managing. Rooney with the ball forward. Bowler with a good header. Carson should recover and puts it back in towards Samuels. Top of the box. Reverse pass to Jasper, who gets the strike away. And Krellin, who's had a good game and made some big saves, does well to push it out for a corner. Longello with the corner in. There's no one in there. It's a pretty horrific corner routine, to be honest. Long ball forward, but Bowden's strike has already apparently gone out. I don't know what actually happens in the leasing.com trophy, if it goes to a replay or if we go to extra time. I'm going to demand more for the last 10 minutes. We're going to hold on to that last sub in case it does go to extra time. And we'll have a look at who's performing well once we get to that extra. 3 minutes to be added on, and we're through that now. It's going to go straight to penalties, which I did not see coming. We'll just go auto pick, because let's be honest, our best penalty taker, James Rowland, has a 9. And the guy who takes our penalties is on 5 penalties, and he's already missed 1 in this game. So I don't know how much we can actually rely on everybody. Chance at redemption for Samuels, though, to start this one off. Let's see how he goes. Is this going to be ABBA, or is it just the ABB or ABAB? ABBA, or ABAB, I guess is how you'd say it. Osman with the chance to get the first one for Fleetwood, and does. It's a good effort, to be fair. Hard to the right of the keeper. Roland, our best penalty taker. If he can't score one, we are absolutely fucked here. And he does well, actually sends the keeper the wrong way. Keeps his nerve. We go 2-1 up, but Bowden the chance to equalise here. It's hard to actually commentate a penalty shootout when it's set up like this, and he does quite well as well. So the keepers are struggling in this one. Mampala with a chance to make it 3-2 and put the pressure back onto the Fleetwood players. He does quite well, low and hard to the left of the keeper. Keeper actually did guess the right way, but didn't move far enough across to save it. Ogbene with the next one for Fleetwood. Come on, boys, and it's a good penalty. Keeper went the wrong way. If he had to guess the right way, I think he would have gotten there. It didn't have that much pace on it. Sylvester Jasper, who's had a good game. Can he find the finish here? And again, a relatively weak penalty, but it finds its way in. We're on 4 out of 5 so far. Bowler, who I think is a centre-back, going to take one now. Let's see how he goes. And it's a great save from Gennaro. Wonderful, wonderful save from him. Absolute heroics from the goalkeeper. And it's going to be Max Haygarth, who we've had now since I think like the lower divisions. Like we had him since like step 7, I think. We brought him back to the club twice. This is the highest level of football he's ever played against the highest team a League One side he's ever played. Can he be the hero? He can indeed. Congratulations to Max Haygarth if he's watching. Ex-Man United Junior is turning into something of a club hero for me so far this year. And we go through on penalties, which I didn't expect, but at least the prize money will be massive for us. Passionately, that was really special, lads. Nobody gave us a chance. Magnificent. And even though we drew 0-0 and 1 on penalties, does that kind of count as my 6 points for the week? I'm going to include it because I'm in a generous mood. It's Friday afternoon. Managerless Fleetwood beaten by FC Isle of Man. Harrison Holgate got the Man of the Match award with a 6.9 match rating, which kind of says, I think, a lot about how well both teams played, which is pretty poor. And we go through to the next round. We get 46.1k. I've just realised I've left this in Australian dollars. Let's find out what that is in pounds. It is 24.46k pounds, which every little bit helps. We're currently over the wage budget. I can't get the club to give me any more, but our overall balance isn't looking too bad. We've dropped into debt quite a bit throughout the course of the saving series. A lot of this is to do with the stadium development, but at the moment we've got some decent cash in the coffers, which I'm not going to ask them for anything just yet. We're going to hold off and get towards January before we start asking for addition. Actually, no, screw it. Let's do it now. Finance, increase wage budget. Please, boys. Peter Clark wants none of it, and to be fair, he's consistently given me nothing throughout the course of this saving series. We might as well, while we're here, because this has been the shortest episode in history, jump forward and do the leasing.com North third round draw and see who we might get. We've already knocked out Man United's under 23s, and it looks like Man City's have just gone out as well in that particular competition. All right, and here is the draw. So let's just go and watch it as an automatic draw and see what happens. So I think this is the northern section, and then the two winners play off against each other from the north and south, I'm guessing. We were drawn first, and we've got Sunderland at home. What a huge fixture that is. We just squeaked our way past the League One side in the last round. Potentially we might be able to do it again here. Some big ties there. Leicester under 23s, Liverpool under 23s, probably the two biggest sides left in it. Wolves under 23s in there as well. Blackpool, Sunderland and Rotherham are the sides from League One that we have to keep an eye out for, but a good amount of League Two representation in the Northern Division. What's it look like from the Southern section? We might as well watch it actually and see who goes through. Notts County still in there, Southampton under 23s still in there, they've got a great academy. Bournemouth under 23s, MK Dons and Cheltenham, Walsall and Southend, so a little bit more of the League One sides through here. Ipswich in there as well, Chelsea under 23s and Peterborough as well. So definitely I think at the moment the southern side is looking a little bit stronger with League One sides, but that might just be how the league is geographically split. It is a bit tougher down in London. And we get Sunderland, which is going to be on the 14th of January, which I think we'll probably bring to you in that episode. But what we might do is jump forward a little bit, and when we come back on Monday, do maybe like a Christmas episode or a Christmas and New Year's episode, do these games against Stevenage and Bolton, and continue our progression throughout the season. But it's great to see two back-to-back little green dots there to continue December, and hopefully it can be a good run for us and get us back up towards the playoff positions, and maybe even, if things go super well, the automatic promotion spots as well. As always, guys, I know I say it every episode, but thank you so much for watching. The continued support on the channel means a tremendous amount. You can drop a like on this video if you want to please that YouTube algorithm and get more views and get the community growing a little bit bigger. You can leave a comment below if you've got any feedback, positive or negative. I do take everything on board. Just the links over there on that side. Keep an eye on our Twitter for all our interactions with the community, or if you ever need to reach out yourself. And also our Twitch links. We do a Sunday night stream every week, 8 PM Australian time or 9 AM I think it currently is, if you're over in Europe, particularly around the England area. As always though guys, I've been Sean and I'll see you all again in the mix-up.